In the spring of 2011, I began playing Minecraft for the first time. My first update was beta 1.4, and I remember that added wolves and would even allow beds to reset your spawn. This was a huge improvement, and I thought it was so much fun to walk around and find a pet dog and then be able to sleep away all the monsters. Along the way, Minecraft has done a tremendous job in increasing the complexity of the game. I remember when beacons were added, you'd travel to the end and you could fight the Ender Dragon, watching NPCs go from just basic villagers who were incapable of doing anything to creating these wonderful trading halls that allow you to get basically any item in the game. However, I often think that there are certain aspects of the game that have been completely forgotten about and will never be given enough use. Two examples of this that I always think about are flint and copper. Flint, first of all, being a drop from gravel, and then you can use it for arrows and flint and steel to go to the nether. But outside of that, they haven't really ever addressed anything else that can be done with flint. As well as copper, of course. I remember when they added copper ore to the game, I thought there was this big idea that because of the amount of copper ore that was used in a bunch of different Minecraft mods, that copper would find its use in the vanilla game and be this really integral part of survival. However, it seems that copper blocks are typically only used in building, in things like roof, and then allowing them to oxidize over time. But they seem to still somewhat miss the point, and people often complain that they end up with way too much copper and nothing to do with it. As somebody who plays a lot of modded Minecraft, I see a ton of mods that love to add brand new things to the game, whether that be in the form of machines or new dimensions, stuff like galactic craft that allow you to go to the moon. You know, there's so much to the complexity of Minecraft mods that focus on brand new things. And I often take a step back and wonder, why not focus more on what's already in the game? And that is to be said that there are a handful of mods that do a really good job at this. Certain mods like Quark in Forge or Charm, its fabric equivalent, add a variety of new things such as different colored chests based on the type of wood you use, and just added a lot more to the complexity in terms of what's already in the game. Other mods like Supplementaries is a great use for adding in a bunch of new items and new blocks that still feel very in line with vanilla Minecraft. So sometimes I'll be playing through a Vanilla Plus world though and realize there's just something missing. And I've realized, why not do something about it? With the help of mCreator and my own creativity, I plan to award some of these old items their long-awaited trophy. Introducing Additional Usefulness. Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome to a different kind of video. I've wanted to make my own mod for a very long time, and I thought, what a better way than to bring everyone along with me. I think there's a lot of value in being able to watch a mod progress over time, and it'll be a learning experience for both myself and hopefully those watching. And if you're very familiar with coding, this will be nothing to you at all, but that's okay, because I hope you enjoy nevertheless. But before we get into what exactly I've been working on, I just want to go over a couple brief concepts that I plan to work towards. That way you guys understand my workflow as this series progresses and as the mod itself progresses. So first of all, I think the best way of doing this is to come up with ideas. What has Minecraft, in my opinion, been lacking? What different items, what different blocks have not ever been truly given their time to shine, and in what ways can I improve upon that? The second thing to do would be to research the real-life counterpart if it exists. After I've found the real-life counterpart of whatever I'm going to be researching for that specific portion of the mod, I then address what in Minecraft can relate to that directly. Are there items or blocks that can be used as placeholders, or even the real thing? And then from there, it'll be going through the process of using mCreator to model, texture, and implement these into the game themselves. So now with mCreator open, we can look in at my workspace and see what I've been doing over these past couple moments. So as I was describing in the earlier parts of this video, that I wanted to create a Vanilla Plus mod that took aspects of the game itself that are already in play and really turn them into something useful and increase their functionality. What we have in here so far is wood stain. So the idea behind wood stain here is if you're on a server or even in a single player world and you do not have the ability to change the game rule of fire tick to off, there is a lot of opportunity for wood structures to get burnt down. Thought this through and I said, what's a better way than to add in wood stain? Wood stain, of course, isn't necessarily something that is fire resistant in real life. However, the idea of applying some sort of varnish or finish to wood and that it's treated in some way can help. So that is what we're doing here. So this idea of wood stain being able to be made from wheat and a bottle of honey, I think is a good demonstration of taking two different things within the vanilla game already that could have more uses. You don't end up with stacks upon stacks of wheat, and then you have other uses for honey, which further increases the desire to have a bee farm. With these two, you create one wood stain through some research, and given this might be Wikipedia, but still is for the most part pretty accurate. Throughout history, wood stain has been made through the use of a pigment and then a binder. So that is what we have here. As you can see, we have the ability for wheat to act as a binder in the pigment, which is honey, and it produces this wood stain, which has this kind of caramely color, and as a result, that creates stained oak planks. And of course, that would be wrong to not include their stair and slab variants. So what I think I'm going to do next is I'm going to go through the process of creating all the different wood types with their own stain. So that's spruce, dark oak, birch, acacia, jungle, cherry, mangrove, bamboo now. Am I forgetting any? I have no idea. Either way, I'm going to get to that and then let's get into the game. So now we're in game with the stained version of Minecraft wooden planks. As you can see, along the top row are all of the default Minecraft textures, and on the bottom are stained variants. For the most part, it does a good job of kind of bringing in that warmth of the caramel color in the stain. So as a result, it darkens a few. Specifically, oak and birch, I think, are very noticeable in that regard. Oak almost kind of looks like the default spruce, but maybe a little bit more red in that regard. Acacia and cherry and bamboo, I think, all get muted by quite a significant amount, and I think it's just a different spin. I think I like the difference between the bamboo as you go from kind of this more greenish color to just a true yellow. So over here we get a little bit of a gradient as a result. As you can see, going from birch to oak to spruce to dark oak has this really nice blend to it now. And then, of course, the redwoods over here, or reddish, I should say, they're not redwoods. And then the bamboo kind of just juts out on its own, but I guess it's supposed to. So as I mentioned when looking over the mod in mCreator, if we go into a crafting table and input a honey bottle as well as wheat, we get ourselves wood stain. And with wood stain, if we surround all of that with oak planks here, we get the stained oak plank variant. You can also drink. It sounds like you're eating it, but it's fine. It's supposed to sound like you're drinking it. But I did implement the idea of being able to drink the wood stain. Don't recommend that at home. So for our final test, I think it's important to see if our wooden planks are indeed fire resistant and hopefully completely fireproof. I should have done that correctly. We'll see in a second. Let's just light every single one of these pieces up and myself, and we will see if and what decides to burn. Any day now. There you go. So, in conclusion here, you can see that all of the stained planks have survived, and on the other side, not so much. Now, these are actually ash, and that is from Supplementaries, as I mentioned earlier. Pretty fantastic mod, and something that I'm definitely taking inspiration from. I really wish ash was in the vanilla game. So, everybody, this has been our not my skin. So everybody, this has been our first little bits working into our mod, and I might have a different skin on today. We're just going to ignore that. But I thank you so ever much for watching. Stay tuned for our next entry into this series. I think we could really come up with some cool ideas, and I'd love to hear what you guys have in store. So I think it's important for anybody who wants to make their own mod to go out there and actually do it. If you don't know coding, do what I do and use mCreator. If you do know how to use JavaScript, I recommend doing that because it's probably the better way of doing it. However, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you did enjoy. Please leave a like, comment down below. Tell me what to see next. Ignore my skin for today. I don't know what happened there. I do, but it's fine. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.